Let's berserk and have some fun. Hopefully we'll get some fast wins in here. Sicilian time. G6. Pawn takes. Bishop over to G7 here. Knight C6. Oh, awesome. We're going to be getting a Marazzi bind. But little do people know, they can't bind me, fools. Let's go D6. Bishop D7. A5, A4. Awesome. This is exactly what I'm wanting here. A3. So now I'm creating the dark square weaknesses all around here. Queen over to A5. Knight takes E4 is already an idea to win some material. It's a tactic. So F3 here is losing. The good move here is rook over to D1. Knight takes E4 is the tactic here to win a pawn. Let's see what a lucky man does. Stops it. Rook over to C8 here. Knight D5, not a bad move here. And then we'll just make some trades here. Let's go Knight B4 here. A move I like to play. It puts pressure on A2 in these variations. Maybe Bishop C6 next, Knight D7, Knight C5. A lot of times what happens with these players is although this is a very good superior position, they don't know how to make progress in it. So they just kind of wait around. So it's up to us as the people playing black here to actually try and make some things happen, right? So here, the active plan, Bishop C6, Knight to D7. Okay, so they did go for this. Let's go Knight takes D5 here. They can trade queens here. That's okay. Knight, queen takes. The hope is that they go rook takes D2 because I can play B5 now. And this is really nice for me because now the rook on C1's unprotected. I'd like to go this route. Ooh. Now this is actually quite interesting. If they do play the rook over to C2, do we go B4 here? Or take on C4? Let's try B4. The bishop D2, I just play the rook over. So I do have this weakness here. There's no open queen side, but I have a very sinister plan here. Obviously, I could try to push on the E side. Oh, interesting. Okay, they stopped that plan already. The other is to get the knight to C5 here. Bishop F5 here, maybe. Okay. Does knight takes D5 here work, I think? No, it doesn't work just yet. Dang it. It almost worked if it wasn't for this bishop. Pawn takes. They have a weakness now. D5 is one of my plans here. D5, perfect timing. If they take, we take back with the pawn or take back with the knight. I will take back with the knight here for activity purposes. D4 is a little bit weak. The bishop's a little bit weak. Perfect. Pawn takes. Now I have the bishop pair here. And although this is a bad looking position, I don't think it's as bad as it can be. Obviously, I'd love to... okay, cool. They did that. That definitely seems wrong to me. Let's go rook C2. I assume they're going to play rook E2. And I'll play rook over here. Oh, gosh, they didn't do that. Rook F4 here? What do we do? I guess rook takes on A2. Yeah, their plan is to double up the rooks here. But let's go bishop F8 here and stop them from doubling so easily. And then, of course, we win B3. We have our passed pawn right here also. So these are good ideas for me. And their time is running low, so even better for me. But I think this rook B2 idea, A is going to be good. I think they pined their hopes on just getting the... oh, look at that. Rook E3 maybe is their idea. Rook takes here on F2. Doesn't do anything. Let's go F4 real quick. Just trying to waste some time. And then, I don't know. Rook check here. Bishop H6 here. Oh, but then they have rook E7 here. Bishop back. Perfect. Let's go rook to D1. I have to cover bishop D4, or else I would have been checkmated there. King just takes. I could have also taken the rook that way. Rook here. Rook here. Let's make a queen and checkmate here. Rook check. Queen here. Queen here. Oh gosh. Should I just try and take the pawns and just not lose on time? I think so. Oh, cool. I did. Well, yeah. So I had to play it safe there. I couldn't think of the checkmates, and yeah, that was perfect. All right, here we go. Let's berserk. 1400 Sicilian time. Here we go again. G6. Accelerated Dragon. They play D3 variation. Not the best here. If anything, at least bring your bishop out next time. Knight C6. D6 here. Knight to F6. Let's see what they play. Are they going to go Queen C1 or something? Bishop D2 is a very weird move. Typically, you bring your bishop out so you can castle. Let's castle ourselves now. Let's go A6. The idea of playing B5 here. Let's get on the diagonal. Bishop B7. Knight takes D5 is interesting. Knight back. Knight to D7. Knight to F6 here. We'll go E6 here, and this will ruin the pawn structure for them. Okay, rook E8. Just in case they want to play bishop H6, we'll say no to this. Okay, rook C7 here. Sorry. I knew he was going to have a hard time reading this, but it's Santerra. Let's go bishop C8 here. There's nothing happening on this diagonal right now. You cover on F5 here. E6 can get played now. Pawn just takes. Queen takes, I guess. Rook over to E1. Knight G4. Bishop D4 idea. Bishop to D4. The Ring of Fire. Okay, king just takes. I don't know what that happened. Oh, maybe they're planning on going F5 or something. Rook over to E2 here. Rook takes. Queen over. Now we should be able to checkmate pretty fast here. Check and then mate on G4. Perfect. Awesome. All right, on to the next one. How are we doing here, guys? We're not on the first page just yet. Let's see here. Where are we at? Dang, we are not doing good. We're only at 6 points. Oh, man. But we still got 35 minutes left. Our opponent is on 17. I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to catch up. All right, here we go. Berserk. E4 again. Here we go, guys. Knight over to F3. Knight to C3. Let's go for our scotch. Knight takes on D4. Already ready. Knight takes. Bishop to D3. Let's castle. Pawn takes. Bishop G5. Bishop H4. Pawn takes. Pawn C4. D4 is okay with me. Queen over to F3. Bishop to G3 if needed. Let's go rook over to E1. C5 is already a weak pawn for them. So let's go rook E5 here. Bishop takes F6. If they do try to attack our rook with something like Queen C7 or Queen to D6, this pin is just perfect. Okay, double the rooks. Rook F5 is a good idea here. Rook takes f6, bishop takes f6 is going to be really bad for them. As long as my back rank doesn't fall, I should be okay. The new threat here is rook takes on f6. Possibly g5. Maybe rook just takes here. Rook takes. And then h3. Or do I play... Let's go h3 here, keep it simple. The back rank checkmate is the plan, but I think we're going to be able to create enough checkmating ideas. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I'm surprised they haven't taken. Okay, queen takes. Queen e5. Let's take some pawns around here. Rook e8 checks kind of a threat. Rook takes on a7 is kind of a threat. Okay. Rook just takes. Queen just takes. I guess I just go pawn grabbing for now. Yeah, they're looking for the draw, which I don't blame them. But I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to be able to win this one with some simple threats like f4, f5, g5. These pawns are really strong here. g4, h4. Let's see, what's the idea? Let's go f5 now. Kicking the bishop. Oh, and the bishop moves, then we take on f7. So that's game over right there. That's game over. And also, there's just checkmating plans here, too. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is not good. Not good for them at all. All right, on to the next one. Here we go. We're on the second page, so making some progress over here. Hopefully we'll get to the top. We started a little bit late. Oh, look, Wrath is streaming right here. I wonder where Wrath is at. Probably on the first page. Nope, I guess not. They're having a tough tournament too. I wonder how you get up on there. I'd like to promote myself on the lead chest here too. All right, let's go to Berserk. Let's keep moving forward, guys. Here we go. Pawn to f5, knight to f6, pawn to e6, d5, pawn c6. We got ourselves our Dutch system over here, the Stonewall Dutch, castles. This is always an annoying line, because here they're going to just get equality in these games. And there's nothing worse than equality, people. Queen to e7, so now we could play knight to d7. The threat is to take on e5 in some of these lines. Maybe they'll play here. Oh, perfect. They fixed our pawn structure. We always want them to take here, so that now our light square bishop can look better here. And yeah, I just win a pawn now. Knight takes, bishop takes. Queen takes. Now we have e3 and c3 here. Bishop d7. We can kind of work against these guys. A little annoying is like rook b1. Oh, perfect. Rook back over. Funny enough, we really want our bishop over here. Do we go pawn takes here or pawn? Yeah, let's play pawn takes here, and then we play f4. Bishop c4 check, bishop e6. So now we got this pawn a little bit annoying here. Bishop e6. Rook f1. Do we just play g5 here? Funny enough, this does not look bad at all. Funny enough, this looks not bad at all. Rook d8, rook d7, rook to g7. Oh, interesting, they played there. Let's just play b6 here. Everything's underneath control, so yeah, let's just keep it like that. h5, g4 is obviously ideas I'd like to play. Bishop, well, let's just play rook e7 for now. Are they going to play bishop e3, I guess? Okay. h5. g4 is the new idea. And then g3. And they'll be in huge trouble in these kind of situations. g4. Here it comes. Look at these pawns. Pawns galore. G3, and like I said, queen c5 check is just oof. G3, rook takes. Now my rook can slide over. Obviously, we're threatening over here. Do I go queen c5 check here? Or f3 here? Let's go f3. I don't know if this works or not, but it sure looks fun. Rook takes on f3. Doubling of the rooks here. Queen check. King to g7, I think, is going to be best for us. The threat's now queen c5 check, which is just winning. And even maybe queen f4 check ideas in the future. So queen takes c3. Queen f4. Queen f4. Oh, I missed the check there. But I'm threatening rook f1 checkmate. So I think if they take on a7, they'll just be losing at that point. Oh, look at that. There's even queen e3 check here too, ideas. Rook takes rook f1's checkmate. Queen e3 check. This works, right? Queen e3 check, rook takes. No, they guarded it. Rook f2. The new threat now is to take, and then checks will happen. I'm pretty sure that'll win. Yes, queen defended on f1 there. Great move. Rook e2. We have rook f1 checkmate again. Actually, funny enough, they take. Do we just take with our pawn? I think pawn takes is actually best there. Yeah, I don't see the defense here for them. Rook takes. I have simple queen f2 check to go to a winning endgame here. No, queen f3 check. And if king g1, queen f2 check wins the rook. And so, yeah, so just be winning check there. Rook takes. Rook takes, rook back, rook over. And we'll win this pawn. Perfect. And yes, they went to the wrong side. So oh gosh, the king escapes here. Rook over here, but that's okay. I know what I do the other checkmate way. And then mate. Perfect. There we go, guys. Not bad. Yeah, I wasn't really sure how to make progress in that one. Their opponent was doing some very good defense there, and I almost lost my queen there for no good reason. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think we're playing first place here. Let's berserk. Here we go, d4. They're playing the Nimzo line. Let's go f4. Knight back to c6, I assume. Or knight g6. Let's see if they fall for bishop c5. They don't fall for it. Knight c3. Knight h6. Knight f3. f5 is a move I like to play because of threats of like this. Let's just bring the bishop back to b3. This is still ideas here. Let's just castle real quick. Check. Queen takes. Queen g3. Oh, no. Knight to d5. The new threat's now f6 here. So knight takes and then f6 here. And this guy will fall. Oh, they just fell for it right away. That's probably game over right there. Because I went on f6 check here. And that's just game over. All right, queen check. Rook takes. I'm obviously happy for an endgame here. f7's weak. Yeah, they called it. Woof. There we go, guys. We took off first place, and we're in second place. Fighting back for the future. Oh, my god. Look at this game. Oh, and I'm out of coffee. Why am I always out of coffee? Why am I always out of coffee? All right, let's berserk. Let's keep it going. E4 here. D4. F3, pawn takes. E5. F4. C3. I have my beautiful pawn structure here. Knight to F3, bishop to D3. Let's castle. Pawn takes. King H1. We'll just play knight bishop C2 here to guard the pawn. Pawn takes. If they go knight B4, the knight bishop goes to B3 here. Knight C3, perfect timing. Knight A4 is something I'd like to play here. We're just trying to kick the queen off so that B2 doesn't fall. Oh, cool, they did it themselves. Let's go bishop E3 here. B5, rook C1. Bishop will just retreat to B1 here. They haven't castled, so this is pretty interesting. Let's go queen e1, queen g3. Okay. b3, stopping the knight to coming to c4. And queen to g3 here now. f5 is my new threat. f5 is interesting because if g takes, we have queen g7, and I'll win the h7 pawn. If they take with the e pawn, then we get to take on d5 here. All right, let's go f5 here. Oh, look at that. Even worse now. Oh, look, the rook was almost trapped there. Let's go bishop g5. Knight takes g5. Oh, I missed it. They could just take on d4 now. Okay. Queen f6. Oh, they might force a draw here. Let's see if they want the draw or not. I have to accept it, and I'm not too worried about accepting the draw here. This is more to try and upset them to not taking the draw, but we'll see what they do. Queen g7. Perfect. All right, on to the next one. All right, here we go. Berserker. Let's go for it. Let's go knight f6 here. I've been playing this Dutch a little too much. Dutch too much. Pawn takes on d5. We're going for a modern Benoni. And this is a terrible opening. I don't recommend it. But I'm playing for wins right now, and this definitely creates imbalances in the position. We castle. Bishop over to g4. If you could trade this bishop off, you're doing pretty well here. This bishop is quite terrible in this opening. The next thing we're going to go for is try to get pawn to b5 here. Knight to d7 over here to go get to e5 is going to be good for us. Even if they play bishop f4, the knight still jumps to this great outpost. Let's do it. If they take, we're doing really well. Queen c7. Bishop g3, bishop h2 are typical ideas, with the pawn going to f4. Rook over to b8. The next thing we try to achieve is b5. Now, this looks a little bit hard because you can see there's quite a few pieces here guarding it. But we have some tricks up our sleeve. One of them being playing pawn to c4, which might be perfect timing for us. Because now after f4, the knight comes back to d7. But also now we're covering this. Knight c5 and pawn to b5 here. Yes, perfect timing here. a5 is not a bad move here. We have good pressure on e4 now too. Let's go b5 here. We got what we achieved. The c4 pawn is looking great here. Freaking great. And if they play e5, we're going to take. This is a very common idea with just trying to mix things up. I can't say it's just winning, but like I said, it mixes things up. So knight c5 here looks great because of the knight coming to d3. So they might go e5 now here. If that's the case, if e5, we do not take. We go the knight back to d7 here. Things are going to get a bit messy in these variations, but hey. Sometimes you got to risk it if you want the biscuit. Awesome, knight to d7. e6 is more challenging than pawn takes. If e6, I will play the knight back to f6 here. So now my queen can just take on f7. And this is okay. Knight d3 is still going to be an idea here. And if they take, I got to take back with the queen here to guard on b5. And this is okay because, look, the rook's not even coming to e1 here right away anyways. Knight to d3 in the future. They play the move I thought they'd play. Let's just play knight to d3 here. There was two threats here, taking on d6 and also taking on g6. So I think this is probably best for us. Crying you. Yes, d6 falls, but hopefully this knight will give us some good play here. Maybe we'll even win a pawn over here too. Oh, bishop. Okay, I was going to say. Okay, well, if they're not going to take the pawn, we'll take it. We're still guarding on b5. New threats to play f4. Or you know what? Maybe even knight e4 here. There's really nice ideas about trying to get knight f2 check in. So that's why the bishop went to g3, because it looks a little bit safer there, because then the king has the h2 square for runaway square. This knight right now really is king, though, huh? Okay, let's go rook to d7 here. Knight to e4. Then you're gone again. Oh, gosh, they could take on b5 now. Pawn takes. Rook takes. Lie, lie, lie. You're gonna... e3. Oh, I missed knight f2 check. Easily winning the queen. Ugh, terrible move. Queen e4. Threatening knight f2 check again. Queen takes. I don't see anything better. King h8. The threats, knight f2 check and bishop e5 ideas. So let's go bishop e5 real quick. Rook check here. The bishop's actually a really good piece right now. Queen takes h3 check. This is great. Queen g3 check. e2. Or actually, oh gosh, e2. Pawn takes and check here. King over here. Bishop takes g3. We're going to queen now. King just takes. Now we'll make a queen. Checkmate. Woohoo! Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, with that one, we're back up to the second place, and we're doing good here. We obviously started off with a few losses, but we are back in the game. Here we go, Berserk. Let's go for it. Sicilian time. We still got 18 minutes. Plenty of time to play for first place here. And here, this is the McDonald attack. We played d5 here. Pawn takes. They just played a little too fast there. Knight to f6. But either way, black was going to be better in this position. Bishop b5 check. I guess I'll play bishop d7. Pawn takes. They're playing like a reversed. Yeah, we'll just trade. I don't really care. We're up with the extra pawn here. Knight b4. I like this move as it threatens the bishop and also c2. Bishop b5 check. Bishop to d7 here. And again, I don't mind trades at all. Knight takes. Let's go e6 here. Pawn c3. Knight to d3 check. And we'll grab this bishop. Why not? Bishop d6, threatening bishop takes on f4. Okay, knight f6, knight d5 check is the new idea. Which again wins the pawn. So check, and then we get to take on f4. Assuming they don't take. Bishop takes here. I think is okay. I could have... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, the other way is interesting too. Let's go f5 check. Knight e3 is just winning because it forks the rooks. Castle's queenside also looks good. Let's castle queenside. This looks pretty interesting. The hope is that they play fast with king c4, but then knight e3 check is going to just fork them. And that didn't work out like I was wanting to, but that's okay. Let's go e5, e4 idea. There's my hero. Watch him as he goes. e4 here. Knight check. And then we'll take the rook. Eesh. Not really the way I wanted to play this, but I think we'll try to make some lemonade here. Okay, bishop back to h6. This is good because it's stopping the rooks from doubling. Actually, the rook is pretty much trapped here, isn't it? f4 is a nice move. Rook e8 is a good move. Yeah, f4 is what I like here. Because the knight takes f4 check. It doesn't really work. Interesting. Oh, gosh. Okay. Pawn just takes. Keep it simple. King over now. Obviously, we don't take because then there's some discoveries there. Let's play g5, f4. Oh, gosh. Blunder move. Oh, no. Knight c3 check covers me, so the rook to d2 doesn't work. Whoa. f4. Perfect timing here. Look at these pawns run up the board. f3 check is coming. f3 check. Perfect timing. Rook over to g8 looks really strong here because g2 is weak. e3 checks are coming also. They probably will play rook to g1 here. That's okay. Knight f4. Trades are good for me. Trades are good. These pawns are only going to get stronger. With the last piece on the board, rook takes over here now too. Now rook g2 check is my new threat. So they'll probably... Well, they bring the king back, then the pawn goes to e3, and they're going to have to sacrifice a knight or else one of these pawns will queen. Yes, yes, yes. I'm liking this. Okay. Bishop just takes. Bishop G1 check is the new threat. Winning the knight. And the knight obviously covered on G2 here. So check. Takes. The king needs to go there. Rook checkmates. Wow. I don't plan these things. They just work out sometimes. That's so nice. Oh, man. Oh, yay. The reason. Got the jams going. Oh, man. Look at this game over here. Well, I guess you guys can't see it. There's a really cool Sicilian up here to the right. All right, let's keep berserking. We still got 14 minutes left. E4. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we got another Carol. And I like to play the fantasy variation. The fantasy of 2 pawns in the center, that is. So the hope is that they'll take... Oh, they do not. They play this other E6 variation. Not the best. I came up with this line of pawn C4. So they take. This is good. It's a gambit line. You don't want to take right away, at least in the other variation. To know. They can't take the pawn, or else they will lose. And now bishop G5. And the idea here... H6 can get played. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's go queen E1. Queen H4 is our new plan. Trying to go for kingside attack here. So I am loving these moves. Let's go. Oh, look at this. Queen H4 with bishop takes H7 check idea. And if H6, you best believe I'm going to be sacrificing. If they play G6, then F6 falls. Again, knight E5. Bishop takes H7. Oh, interesting. That can't be right, though, right? Bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes. I think we're just winning a piece here, right? Because this is checkmate. Rook takes. Need you to hear. I don't mind trading down to the endgame here, obviously. Me. Bishop D4 check is a move. Rook takes F7 is a move. Knight E4 is a move. Let's go knight to E4 here, I guess. So far over new. Just keep it simple with rook F4. Yeah, rook F4 looks easiest. If G5 here, then we have queen takes H7. So queen just takes here. And again, just a great position here. The king side's still really weak here. Let's play bishop B5 here. No, let's go A4. Yeah, not a bad position at all for me. H4. If they want to trade here, I'm okay with that. The endgame doesn't look too bad. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't want to trade here, but I can't stop it now. Rook to D1. Queen to D4 check. Queen to F2 here. Before I go. Yeah, this is their best chance, I think. To know. Bishop C4. Pawn B3. Rook to D6. I think we have knight B5 there. So let's go B3 here. I'm just going to try and guard everything. Hopefully they'll play like simple blunders like this. Knight B5. D6. D7. Knight C7 and knight E6 check forking. So let's fork them. And hopefully this will be just an easy win. Bishop back. I'll take this pawn if given the opportunity. D7. Bishop takes. Now bishop B5. But now rook check and then rook E8 wins. Check. Rook E8. They're going to have to give up the rook here. Bishop takes. Oh, they didn't have to do that. They actually could have brought the king back, and that probably would have been much better. And we're just going to go pawn grabbing right now. Takes. Rook F3 check. Pawn pushes. Pawn pushes. We'll just trade, and we'll make 2 queens. And then this should be an easy ladder mate here, which I don't believe this should be hard to win. Like pepper get hot like planes. There we go. There we go. And we are crushing it, guys. 10 minutes left, 34, and we are pushing forward here. Awesome sauce. Here we go. Next game up, please. All right, here we go. Berserk. E4. Knight to F3. Knight C3. D4 here. Oh, I should have Halloween gambited just for fun. I guess it's good I play good chess here. What am I supposed to play? I'll just play pawn takes here and bishop to d2. I don't really know this theory that well. Pawn takes. If they want to just trade everything off, I guess we'll do it. Pawn takes here. I'm more than happy just to castle. Let's go knight b5 here. This is nice because knight takes c7 and knight d6. Bishop b4 check is good. c3. Then we castle queenside. a6 can get played now. Now we just have an endgame here. Rook e1 check. Let's do that. So if bishop e6 blocks, knight to d4, and then we'll take on e6 next. Knight takes, perfect timing. Bishop c4 here now too. So if they do try and stop that. Opposite color bishop endgame. Give or take, can be good, can be bad. Typically this can lead to good positions for me. Let's go bishop c4 here. Rook check. Rook over. Just trying to stay active here. If e5 here. Oh, interesting. Let's go f4. Stopping this. Rook f8. g3. And if they take... Okay. Let's go king c2. What does that do? That didn't do anything. Let's go rook e5 here. There's definitely a4, b4, b5 ideas now. Yeah, I like this idea. We'll just gain space and also make some tactical threats here to win a rook. Actually, b4, b5 by itself is just good enough. So b4. Oh, I missed it. Bishop to d6 now. Rook e4. And if they play e5 here, we just double the rooks. Double the rooks. So we should just be winning a pawn now. Pawn takes. Oh, funny enough, this forks. I didn't even realize that was the case here. So they're just losing a piece now. Well, yeah, no. I guess they had to, like, they could have brought the bishop back or something. All right, there we go. Another win, pumping it forward, 10 points ahead. I don't know if anybody can really catch up at this point. Berserk, berserk, berserk. Ooh, come on, modern. Here we go. Knight f4, knight f6, a double fianchetto. Bishop g7, let's castle. And let's go c5, bishop b2, d5. If they're going to give us the center, we take it. And here, we'll just play knight c6. The hope is that they'll take here. And now e5, again, we're just happy with this kind of stuff. Do not look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's go queen e7 here. Take on c5, knight d2. b6 is a move. Take on c5. Oh, but they have knight takes c5 here. Let's play knight takes c5 here. Okay. And then we'll play bishop d7 and hope for the best. Yeah, they missed the earlier move. Rook c8. Pawn takes. And then I guess knight goes to b8 here. Or knight b4. A free tempo. And if they take, I think just rook a8. No, it doesn't work. Dang it. I missed that. That's okay. We'll just play queen to d6 to get out of this. I missed that the bishop was guarding. Pawn takes. This is actually one of my worst variations that I play. All right, queen e7. Okay. Let's go queen e6, I guess. Queen f5. Bishop c6. Rook a8 idea now. Queen's not trapped, but it is annoying. Surviving here. Rook a8. Rook takes a2. This passed pawn is the most annoying thing. Rook takes. h6. Rook a8 ideas. Okay. h5. Oh god, I just blundered it. Queen e7. Maybe we'll get a good move here with queen takes because I'm attacking the rook and they'll just move the queen. Nope, not today. h4. Pawn takes. Rook over to c8. Queen to d2. Queen c3, I guess. Bishop over here. Check. Queen c5. Takes is okay. Okay. King g7. Ooh, nice move here. Rook takes. Queen takes check. It's not working. Oh, good. They missed it, though. Rook f6. They could have just taken because the queen comes back to defend. Okay. Oh, gosh. This is actually quite bad, though. Queen d6. King g7. Takes. Oh, gosh. Bishop g7. It's more of a time issue at this point now. King h7. Rook to d6. Rook to d7. Rook to... Ah. Time. The biggest thing in my life right now. G5. G4. King over. Ah, I'm just gonna lose on time here. Yeah. Okay, good game. Oh gosh, came on and that helped them jump up. So theoretically, if they win their next game, they should be able to win. Let's see what happens. We got 4 minutes left. I'll try to win my game. Let's see if we can win theirs. Only got like 40 seconds to try and win this, though. Wow. It's going down now. Oh, it's a French defense. Pawn takes. C4. There we go. We're attacking the French with our Monte Carlo, or the isolate pawn. Knight to f3. h3. Here we go. Bishop d3 and takes. Sometimes they have the rook check in there. h6 is a nice move. c5. Rook e1. Knight to e5 is coming in the future. Bishop f4. Sometimes we go queen to d2 and sacrifice on h6. We got to do it just right timing. As you can see, knight f8 is a nice move to defend. So we're going to go b4, b5. Try to create some weaknesses on the queen side here too. With the center closed here. It's not bad for me. Perfect. Let's go knight e5 here, I guess. We'll see what happens. Bishop takes. Trying to put a little pressure on c6. Knight will probably jump back to d7. Pawn takes. Queen a5. Bishop a6. Bishop b7. Bishop takes. Rook over. Threatening rook b7 and bishop b7. Probably rook b7 right now, right? Bishop takes h3 is interesting, but I think with the bishop on this diagonal, I don't think it should be a problem at all. Yeah, I know. After pawn takes, rook e3, the rook will be a good attacking slash defending piece here. We still got 10 seconds to try to win this, because our minute clock is over here at 150 for the tournament to be over, and they have 138. And I'd like for these points to be added. Knight takes. Why not? Rook b7 here. And we'll take on e4 next, most likely. Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's go on a4. Rook c7, maybe. Oh, interesting. Bishop takes. Okay. Let's go queen to c3. And then rook e3. Or just queen. Oh, you know what? Queen g3 is a good move. For checkmating ideas over here. Perfect. Queen g3. It's not so simple for them to push since the rook's on the 7th here also. Queen f4. They can just take on d4 here. Bishop takes. Oh gosh, I'm losing the position. Rook takes on e4. The new threat's rook takes here, so they're going to check here. When rook takes on e6, d6 will be covered. So king h2, rook to d8 does not work because rook takes e6 is the threat. Okay, let's go queen e7, c7 here, I think. Checkmating ideas. Rook f8. Triple up. Rook takes f7 idea. If bishop e6, rook just takes. Okay. Rook e5. Bishop c4 is some of the ideas around here. Bishop c4. Rook just takes. I got to survive off good moves now. Bishop takes f7 check, so they can't play easy chess here. Still doing really well. Let's go g4 real quick to attack the bishop. Rook over here. Bishop e6. Rook just takes. Bishop takes on e6. Rook takes. Rook over to a6. The tournament's over, so I did not win on that, but still competitive enough to try and win by myself. h4. g5. King back. King over. King over. King over. No more checks. Rook takes check. Rook check. Rook over. King over. King over. King over. Rook over. Rook over. King over. Rook c4. Rook check. Rook c4. Rook over checks. Oh, gosh. Ah. Who's the faster mouse? He's the faster mouse. Dang it. All right, I lost my last 2 games, but still got first place, guys. Thanks for hanging out. All right, guys. I think